today we're a short trek away from Denver on our summer getaway. Basically, we're at Lynwood Park. I am here with the founders and quite honestly the owners of what has happened here. Back in 2005, we came upon the place here. It was a private residence. You guys decided this is a place that possibly you should share with a few other people. What got you involved and where did the idea come from?
We bought the place thinking that we would just fix up one end and rent it out and live here. And it sort of made itself into a bed and breakfast because we've had the lady that owns the Bailey Lodge up the road said, no, let me send my overflow in my groups. And it just kept happening, and so it's sort of made itself into a bed and breakfast.
So basically there was a certain charm and charisma that happened and people just started kind of little magnet attracting to it. Right. Why do you guys think it's so important nowadays for people to get away, come out here? What kind of responses are you getting from folks?
People seem to really be surprised, first of all, that they can drive for 45 minutes from the west side of Denver and be in a place like this. But everybody needs to be somewhere where they can relax and just kind of kick back. And that's what they started coming here for. And it's been mostly word of mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I noticed out here is you guys have, first of all, you have quite a bit of land out here and it's very peaceful. How many units do we accommodate inside?
We have 3 units, a 3-bedroom house and a 1-bedroom house. We can break off the master bedroom of the 3-bedroom house, a unit by itself. So we're really set up for groups or families.
Excellent. Let me ask you, if a family came out here, let's say kind of a larger family, and would it be best for them to get one of the bigger ones, or is that the pond house, or the whole thing would be best?
It depends upon how many people, obviously. The River Lodge, which is the 3-bedroom unit, has beds for 8 people in it. The cottage would also sleep 8 people, but it's more of a dormitory-like as opposed to individual rooms.
Wonderful. And obviously, I mean, it's beautiful out here. This has got to be a great little romantic getaway for just a couple people. Is there a certain unit in particular that you think couples kind of gravitate?
The retreat, we lose a lot of couples back there. There's a deck that wraps all the way around it, and it has a big king-size bed. There's a little refrigerator, microwave, coffee pot in there. There's a grill out on the porch. And they have their own entry because we block it off. It's got double doors that we block it off from the rest of the house, and people just feel like they're by themselves. And a lot of times when we have weddings with our wedding venue, brides and grooms will stay there. His or her family will stay in the rest of the house. His or her family will stay at the other end, and the whole place is rocking. It turns out to be more of a family reunion thing, and we do family reunions. We've had that, so that's kind of fun when the whole place is going.
Absolutely. What's nice about it is you have ample room out here for everyone. We're talking about a fire pit, you've got the gazebo, you got a play area here. You've even got basically some campsites. Tell me about that.
They're dry campsites, place for somebody to put a tent. We do have a shower in the gathering room that they can use to clean up, and it's just a place. There's not any place along the highway for people to camp unless you go up in the national forest, which is 8 or 10 miles off the highway.
Wonderful. What I like also is that you guys are actually very close. You don't have to go up a long trek to get to where you're at, but yet the minute you're here, it feels pretty secluded within the forest here.
Well, and when you're in the back or back by the river on that side of the pond, you really don't hear the traffic or anything. And we also in the summertime, we put a porta potty here, so there's that sort of a thing. There is a place up the road in Grant now that has a dump station for people that have RVs, so that's kind of good too.
Absolutely fantastic. Let's get back. I want to talk more about the groups because quite honestly, the place is set up for a group. I mean, we're talking about corporate groups. We're talking about bringing your company up here and getting some one-on-one time, some camaraderie with the people there. Let me ask you, how is it? Do they stay two nights, 3 nights? What's the best?
Normally we do a 2-night minimum in the summer in our busy season because it's just better for us to do that too. Sure. If you're staying in one of the units, you pay the nightly rate. Unless you're staying 3 nights or more, then we charge 10% less. And if you're staying 5 nights, which we've had a lot of families and people that have come and spent a week, then it's 20% off. And with the gathering room, there's a place, as you say, for corporate. Yes. We even have a media board in the gathering room. So, and it's got a little caterer-friendly galley, so people can come and have meetings. And we have had some that they've set up and just gotten away, and it's relaxing. They open the back doors of the gathering room, and it opens right out onto the river.
How many people does the gathering room hold comfortably?
We can sit them down 50. It will. If we line chairs up, we have gotten as many as 75. Our biggest issue is parking, but a lot of people, we found out we can park more people than we thought, and a lot of people come in groups and cars anyway, so that doesn't seem to be an issue either.
Wonderful. And obviously this is a great place for a family reunion. I mean, what a great place to get together that, once a year, something like that.
The fun thing for family reunions, the ones that we've had, we have the trout pond that's behind us, and Bill has all of the fishing equipment and worms and whatever. And if you're staying in, for instance, the River Lodge, you get 6 free fish. And then the rest of them are by the inch. So our families have had a lot of fun, the kids especially, well, the adults too. They fish and they have a really good time. And then they have a fish cookout, and if they need extra ones, they can do them by the inch.
Wonderful. I love it. Folks, if you take a look at the bottom of the screen right there, what you're going to see is their website is right there. You're also going to see their phone number contact right there. Basically, give them a call. And we're talking about, are you open year-round?
We're open year-round with reservations. Yeah, we have, this pond freezes over in the winter. Yeah. And we have a lot of people that come up for the holidays. We decorate and have trees in the units. And people just come up and stick their presents under the tree, and the kids can skate or build snowmen if there's snow around. So it's fun. Yeah.
Let me ask you here, I notice on the decks, we got decks almost all the way around the place. Yeah. I mean, you have a different experience wherever you're at on what side it is. Tell me about the hummingbirds.
The front deck, one of our clients called it a hummingbird theater. Yes. Yeah. Because by the time we get to August, we'll have 6 hummingbird feeders up there, and enough hummingbirds will empty those feeders every day.
They ate 58 pounds of sugar last year. So,
how fun. That's got to be beautiful. Yeah. One of the other things I noticed around the back there was the gazebo, and you talked about earlier wedding parties. I want to talk a little bit about more. We're talking about you can come in here and you can get married right on the gazebo. Is that correct?
You can get married on the gazebo if it's a small wedding and you've got people coming in from all over. It sort of turns into a family reunion. We have, like I said, the gathering room, we can sit 50. We have not done that. They basically, a lot of times they'll move tables out by the river, and then they'll dance inside, and they'll have buffet style, and they wander around. And we have a little spot down kind of close to the gathering room that we call it the drink snitch, and they can set up a bar and stuff there, or whatever drinks they have, and people just wander, and we encourage them to. In fact, for some of our weddings, we've had our brides bring net and make little netting bags of fish food, and they can.
How cool, how enjoyable. So let me ask you the last thing, folks. Who came up with that name, Lynwood Park?
She was trying a lot of different names and wasn't happy with any of them. And one night I just said, let's call it Lynwood Park. And she said no, and tried for another month to find another name. And all of her friends said it was a good name, so that's what we have.
I said, why didn't you just name it Dollywood?
I love it. Lynwood Park, folks, right here in Bailey, Colorado. We are talking about a stone's throw away from Denver. Quite honestly, within the hour, we couldn't believe that we were in the hustle and bustle of the city, and here we are sitting in a beautiful area which you will enjoy with your family, possibly just with a loved one, or honestly, if you want to come out for a corporate, once again, they've got a gathering room there can accommodate you, a media room, and so I'm sure you're going to find something you're going to enjoy here. Anything else that you want these people to know out there before we let them go?
Yes, it is a short drive. There's a lot of neat things to do up here. And if they want to just come up and bring a picnic lunch and fish or feed the fish and sit out here, here comes our ducks.
Comes the duck.
The ducks just flew in, yeah. They're more than welcome to come up and just have a picnic and spend the day and relax. And because it's like you say, it's a short drive and it's a neat place.
What are your rates when they just come out and have a picnic?
We don't have really rates. We usually charge for a picnic table $15, but
$15 or $15 worth of fish.
Yeah, if they're fishing, we don't charge for the tables, and the kids play on the.
You can't beat that. That is wonderful. Once again, folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen. That is the Lynwood Park in Bailey, Colorado. And quite honestly, they're open year-round. Remember, that's by reservation. The best accommodations out here is a couple nights. You want to come out here minimum and enjoy the area. And feel free to bring the children along. And this is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.